Michael Helms, and I am a firearms historian.
What is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
First thing I do, wake up in the morning, I put my bathrobe on, and I take my thyroid pill, and I let the dog out to pee.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee, definitely.
Most prized possession?
My most prized possession would be one of the Smith & Wesson revolvers that I'm going to be talking about a little bit later in this show. And the clue I'll give you is it has serial number 5.
Favorite holiday?
You know, I was born and raised in Canada, so I'm still going to have to go with Canada Day on this one, July 1st.
Why Baton Rouge?
My wife and I, we both lived in North Carolina for about 20 years, and we were just wanted to change it up and move somewhere else. And we started vacationing in southern Louisiana, and we loved it. And we both ended up finding jobs down here in 2017. So we said, well, let's move to Baton Rouge, and we'll try it for a couple of years. And we're on year 9 of it now, and we love it here.
Shrimp or crawfish?
If you ask my wife, she would definitely say shrimp, but I'm going to go with crawfish. I've converted.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Potato salad in your gumbo?
No.
That's the right answer, okay. By the way.
Yeah.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Best advice received by someone?
I think the best advice I ever received was from a former boss of mine that happens to also be my best friend. He lives back in North Carolina, but he always taught me when you're job searching, look at the boss that you're going to be working for, because that can really, really make or break your experience. And he was absolutely right about that. I think that's the best career advice I've ever gotten.
What's on your work desk?
Oh boy, a lot. I've got 2 laptops, a scanner, 2 lights. There's always old stuff on my desk. I mean, I'm a historian, so that just always happens. I think right now there's a Colt pistol from 1916. There's a couple Smith & Wessons. There's a lighter, a sterling silver lighter from the 1940s, and gosh, lots of other stuff. It's always kind of a mess, but I like to think a messy desk is a sign of a genius. That's what I tell myself. So,
morning person or night owl?
Morning person now. I used to be a night owl, but I converted.
What is success to you?
Doing what you love, and it doesn't even feel like you're working.
One thing you tell your 16-year-old self?
Oh, don't be such an idiot. And you really are an idiot. Oh boy, don't. Wow. And 16, I mean, that was such a terrible age. People are just terrible when they're 16. I think what I would tell my 16-year-old self, aside from that, which is all true, I used to have a lot of anxiety when I was a child. And I think I would just tell myself, Mike, relax, things will work out. Do your best, just try. Showing up is 9/10 of the battle, and everything is going to work out. So don't worry so much.
The most important thing every entrepreneur starting out needs to know.
If I was advising an entrepreneur, and I'm not a great one for this because I have never had a business plan with my business, which I always saw that as kind of my secret ninja strength. But I think what I would tell an entrepreneur starting out is, I see a lot of entrepreneurs getting really locked into the product or the service that they want to sell. And sometimes they're not listening to the market, listening to their customers. And oftentimes what'll happen is they have a customer that wants to buy, you want to sell X, but the customer wants to buy Y. And they get really frustrated about that. And people are like, but I want to sell X. And it's like, but people want to buy Y, sell them Y. So, I would tell entrepreneurs, don't get so locked into your product or your service that you're not listening to the market and what they tell you they want. I'm Michael Helms, firearms historian. This is how I work.